Hey guys, welcome to another video for the Rafale, that is the Redmi K20 Pro, also known as the Mi 9T Pro. Now the ROM that you look on the screen is Abhiq's ROG ROM. After around 4 to 5 months, this ROM is getting an update, and this is at a very critical time because the K20 Pro is going to stop getting a lot of updates from Xiaomi. Now at this particular time, if a custom ROM based on MIUI, which has been one of the most popular ROMs in a long time after Xiaomi.eu, if that gets an update, it is really huge. So today morning when I got the option of trying it before it is actually released, I rushed into that opportunity and I installed it, ran the benchmarks, and here I am giving you guys the initial impressions and what to expect. But before we get into all of that, if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit that notification bell icon so that you get notified every time I upload a video. In the description of each video, you will find a link to our Telegram community where you have more than 1,000 like-minded people chatting with each other, so join us there. Last but not the least, if you think the hard work is worth the effort, please click on the join button and support the channel. Now without further ado, hello awesome people, welcome to PhoneOps. My name is Kailash. Let's get going. Alright, so finally we have an update for Abhiq's ROG Edition. The MIUI version is 12.6, Abhiq's ROG Edition. It is based on 21.8.18 beta. Now that is the latest beta for this particular week, and I was about to cover it, but now that we have this ROM, I'm gonna skip that part. Anyways, what else do we have over here? Now if you have a look, you have all the phone specifications, and if you go to all specifications, you do see that Android security update is the 1st of May 2021, right? Now I don't see why it has a older security patch, because I believe the latest MIUI updates do have the August security patch. There might be some mistake over here, but nonetheless, let's see. The maintainer is Omi over here, right? And apart from this, not much information is given over here, but hold on. The moment you go to the home screen, you will see that it looks a little too colorful, because this is the new gradient UI by ROG, which I believe they have designed themselves. And I'm not really a person who likes stuff like this, which is really loud, but it is pleasant in a way as well. So if you have a look over here, you do have your notifications, and look at the colored status bar or the quick tiles and stuff like that. So it does look, it's basically a situation wherein you can love it or leave it. It's completely up to you. It's not compulsory that you go ahead and use it, or this particular ROM doesn't boot with this particular theme applied. So you can actually go to my account and you go to themes. You do see it has ROG UI, the gradient one, which we are using, and then we have another ROG UI, and then we have the default one. After applying each and every theme, you have to actually go ahead and reboot the device. So that is everything about the aesthetics part. Now to the left, if we have a look, we do have the app vault. Now it doesn't have the option to hide apps. Somebody asked me in the comment section, so that option is not there. But the highlight of this ROM for me always has been the smoothness. Now this device over here that we are talking about is the Redmi K20 Pro, which most of you know, it comes with a Snapdragon 855, a pretty decent powerful chipset, and it comes with a 60 Hz display. So as I've said in the past, when you move from devices like this or this, 860, 870, 120 Hz, 120 Hz, the 60 Hz display will occasionally feel slow to you. Now don't get me wrong, it still feels slow, but the smoothness sort of makes up for it. As you can see over here, the smoothness is really good. It's very emphasizing, and it works really well. Now if you open any animations are there, like if you open any app, the app icon animations are present. For example, even if you open the camera application, you will notice that. So to my eye it looks a little slow because I'm used to high refresh rate displays, but if you are a K20 Pro user, then you will find this very subtle, especially if you're coming from an Indian update or a global update where you really have smoothness which is not available at this particular level. Now apart from this, if we actually go to settings over here, right, you do have all the icons which are colored differently, they look differently. Now this whole section over here looks like MIUI China beta because it is based on that. If you go to device security over here, security update is the 1st of May. I'll check with the developer why is it so. And moving on, you have network. So all the options that you see over here will be very similar to the China beta, but what makes a difference over here is you don't have the Chinese elements. At the same time, this is a ROM which is known as Abex ROG ROM, Republic of Gamers. So in that case, let's go over here and let's go to all specifications once again, right? And Abex ROG edition, model, kernel. So it does still come with the perf kernel. I don't know if they're going to support questions related to custom kernels, but if you do have a kernel which is based on MIUI and which performs great, you can go ahead and flash it. In my opinion, you should really not have any major issues. Now, if you ask me about features, as I said earlier, this is based off the China beta. The good thing that they have done is they have added Game Turbo 4.0. Now, if you remember a few days back, we did make a video in which we mentioned that Game Turbo 4.0 is available in English now. So for example, over here, if you go, you do see that this is the Game Turbo application, the one which is new and the one which is updated. You can choose balanced or performance, right? Now, I've not had really any major issues using Game Turbo 4.0. Like the temperatures do go a little high, but I have not seen it damaging the device or anything of that sort. And one important announcement, starting today, we will be doing different kinds of streams. But as far as the ROMs and devices are concerned, we will be doing a gaming video in which I will play the game for some time. I will tell you how much it started with the battery life and how much battery life is available and stuff like that. So based on the poll choices that you guys made, we will be doing proper gaming review videos, and we will live stream random stuff like PC games and stuff like that, and podcasts. So that discussion is for another day. You will ask me overall, how is the experience? Should I install it? Is Widevine L1 working? Is safety net passing and stuff? So if you have the Widevine L1 fixed, you should really not have any problems. I did try Amazon Prime Video and I didn't really have any problems. And as far as safety net is concerned, I did try a couple of banking applications and I did not have any issues at all. So I'm installing this particular app to check if the safety net is working fine or not. But what I really like about China beta and even the Abex ROG ROM is the smoothness overall, the consistency. Even if you go ahead and lock the screen, the FOD on these ROMs works perfectly fine. Of course, these ROMs are based on MIUI, so FOD is definitely going to work fine. But you know, if we talk about the applications which you get in China beta, they are updated. And what I've heard from the developer, what he has told me is that he has gone ahead and de-bloated this ROM to the max that he can. That means if you go to recents over here, you do see that you have floating windows, cleaner security scan, deep clean. And what it also means is that the RAM utilization will be even more better. Now, something that is missing over here is the extended RAM feature. They have not gone ahead and added this particular feature to the K20 Pro yet. So it is missing, and the video toolbox is available. So you can go ahead and choose whatever apps you want to use for video toolbox. For example, if you go ahead and use YouTube and say you go to the main screen, the moment you go to YouTube, you will see that video toolbox is available. And this, yet again, because the security app is updated, this is the new and updated video toolbox. Now coming back to the security part, let's talk about the safety net over here real quick. Now, as you see, the safety net is passing, so your banking applications, your entertainment needs, everything will be taken care of. And at this point, I'm unable to go ahead and pinpoint what is new and what is not, because of course this is a pre-release video. This is an exclusive video that you're looking at. So it's a humble request, don't request for download links. You will find that on the Abex ROG website or the Abex ROG Telegram group the moment it is released. I have an exclusive access so that I can show it to you if it is worth installing or not. So now let's move on to the interesting part, that is the benchmark numbers. So the first thing that we tested was the CPU throttle test. As you can see over here, we ran a 15-minute test with Game Turbo activated. The CPU throttled to 90% of its max performance and the average GIPS was 177,754. So a pretty decent score there as far as this particular, thermal throttling test is concerned. Let's go to Geekbench now to check the single core and multi-core. Now, once again, you do have boosted successfully. So if you go to history, you do see 738 and 2759. Again, a pretty decent score. Last but not the least, we do have the king of all benchmarks, AnTuTu benchmark as well, 520,346. Now, this might not look like the highest ever score, but trust me, from looking at the performance, looking at the benchmark numbers, this ROM is doing a great job. And as promised, very soon we will have a dedicated gaming test in which we will test the gaming performance of Call of Duty Mobile, BGMI, and maybe Apex Legends, whatever games I can get my hands on. So in that we will have the testing of the CPU temperature, the battery percentage, and stuff like that. For now, Abeex ROG ROM latest version from my end gets a big recommendation. I would highly suggest you give it a try. If you like MIUI based ROMs, you can use it minimalistically with the basic theme, and I have not seen any major broken features at all. Let me know in the comment section what you think about the coming back of Abeex ROG ROM. Until the next one, this is Kailash signing off at PhoneOps. Keep smiling. Take care. Goodbye.